Okay, so you've just gotten home from your 9 to 5 job and you've decided, I'm done with this, and today's the day I'm gonna start trying to find an income stream online. I want you to stop, I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to watch this video because there is a lot of pitfalls out there that you can fall into, which can make your journey into earning an online income that much harder. So for those who don't know who I am, my name is Jimmy, and me and my family have been deriving our income online for over 8 years now. I went from being a mechanical fitter, on the tools, swinging a spanner, 9 to 5, hating my job and my life, to traveling around the world with my family through Southeast Asia for over 15 months now. Okay, so the first piece of horrible advice I see floating around the internet, especially on TikTok, is this: buy my 997 course and get rich quick. There is no such thing as getting rich quick online. I know there is exceptions to every rule, but 99.99% of the time, you're going to have to work, and you're going to have to work hard to make money online. If it was that easy, everyone would be doing it, right? And how many people have tried to make money online and have actually failed? And there's a whole bunch of people on the internet that prey on the desperation of people that hate their current job and will do just about anything to move to an online income. Now, the reason that I don't like these like 997 courses and these get rich quick courses is because the internet moves so quick. So generally the information that's contained within these static courses that try and teach you a specific strategy to make money online, they're outdated by the time you get the information. You think about it, right? The internet is moving at a really exponential pace. So if someone's teaching you how to say dropship and that course is 2 years old, you can guarantee that there's new strategies that are working better. So my advice is just don't buy into this concept of like, you buy this course and all of a sudden you're going to be printing money. It really doesn't exist on the internet. And what the smart people do in this space is they use these courses to build underpinning knowledge so that they can reinforce and build an income stream sustainably. And very rarely are you going to take a course off the shelf, do it, and all of a sudden print 7 figures. It just doesn't work like that. Another piece of horrible advice I see thrown around TikTok especially, but all over the internet, is just drop ship products from AliExpress and watch the money roll in. I actually really dislike this one in particular, but there's a whole bunch of drop shipping advice out there and they make it out like it's the easiest thing to do to make money online. I can tell you from experience that it is one of the hardest ways to make money online is dropshipping. People just think, oh, I don't have to handle the products. So for those who are watching who don't know what dropshipping is, effectively what you have is you sell the products on behalf of a wholesaler and then they fulfill on your behalf. So they'll send it out, they'll handle customer service. All you have to do is get the customer in, get them to pay for it through you, and then you give a portion to them, the wholesaler, and then you take a portion as well. And in theory, it sounds awesome. It sounds like an incredible way to make money, but there are so many little intricacies into how drop shipping works that it's not just a set and forget thing. It's not just a passive income stream. It requires a lot of hard work and effort to make work. And statistically, there are very few people that actually can make a decent living from drop shipping. And generally, those people that make a decent living from drop shipping they make the lion's share of the money in the space because they're on the forefront of how it works. All I'll say is that there is a lot easier ways to make money online than starting with dropshipping. I think dropshipping is like making money online in hard mode. There's so many easier ways to do it. Okay, so the next piece of horrible advice that I see floated around to newbies is cryptocurrency. Invest in cryptocurrency now and double your money overnight. It's like anything. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. The thing with cryptocurrency is, yes, there is a lot of people that have made a lot of money doing it. But the thing is, it's highly volatile and highly risky. If you want to make a sustainable income online that is able to support you and your family, you need to look at income streams that aren't volatile. Because yes, if you understand how to trade and you understand how to trade crypto, there is a lot of money to be made. But there is also a lot of people that lose a lot of money trading crypto because it's a very difficult thing to get right. And a lot of emotion is involved. So if you are serious about transitioning from a 9 to 5 job to an online job that creates online income for you, then you need to create something with the same amount of stability that you had in your 9 to 5 job. Because there's a lot of people out there that just can't handle the stress and volatility and emotion that's required to trade crypto. So I'm not necessarily saying that it's a scam or anything like that. I'm just saying that it really does require a very specific person, the same way stock trading does. And there's a lot of people out there that just aren't the right fit for something like crypto. Another thing I see that ties into that is people selling automated trading bots, whether it's for Forex, stock, or crypto. Automated trading bots that basically trade on your behalf. They're super good in theory. theory, like they're good in theory, but the volatility of the market, if you don't have really good strategies for managing your money, you are going to lose money on automated trading bots. Very rarely do they work out for the majority of the population because emotion, again, gets into it. People tend to double down on their winners and double down on their losers because that's just how it is. So if it's a perfect in a vacuum without human emotion, then an automated trading bot will probably make you a lot of money. But if you put human emotion into it, it can get pretty crazy. So I would just stay away from that. Like I said, the goal is to create stability, and these trading bots and these Forex trading bots just are the opposite of stability. They just don't create. All right, so this one's going to be a bit of a hot take, but I'm going to talk about MLMs and why I think starting an MLM and going into an MLM is actually horrible advice for most people. Now, I'm sure there's people out there that make a lot of money doing MLMs, multi-level marketing. These are things like Kangen Water, Herbalife, things like that, where you make the majority of your money from people joining and going underneath you, and you getting flows of commissions from them. There's a lot of people out there that make good money doing that, but generally those people are at the very top of that. I'm not going to say it's a pyramid, but at the very top of that pile. The people at the bottom generally don't make much at all. They generally lose money or they'll break even. And I'm not necessarily against the theory of an MLM. I think it's like any other marketing tool. But what I would suggest is I wouldn't use it as the first thing I did to make money online. And the reason for that is that it's very difficult to make a sustainable income stream that is as reliable as a 9-to-5 job, doing something that requires you to find people constantly. What you need to do is, as your first job online, as your first income stream online, you need to find something that's stable, that will act very similar to what your 9-to-5 job did in regards to paying you consistently, paying you on time, things like that, so that you can get used to how the online space works, and then you can start exploring ways of making more money. But I find that just from what I've seen and what I've heard from others, and basically my understanding of the MLM space, is that it can be a lot of feast and famine. If you don't make sales and you don't get the upstream commissions from other people, or you can't recruit other people, it can get quite feast and famine. Once you move up the chain and you have several people underneath you selling as well, it can probably get more consistent that way. And then there's also the ethics involved as well. Generally, these MLMs, these multi-level marketers, will ask you to hit your friends and family up. And that I can't speak to anyone else's ethics, but I don't like the idea of selling my friends and family something that I know may not be the best fit for them. And that may be the difference. If you really think that Herbalife is the best thing ever, then it might be the best fit for you, because you'll sell it with conviction and passion, and you'll probably be successful with it. But if you're just doing something like Herbalife or Kangen Water for a way of making money, then you're not going to have the conviction in the product, and it's going to be a very difficult thing to sell and get other people to believe you and come underneath you and support what you're doing. All right, so this one's a little bit more black and white. I hear a lot of affiliate marketing gets thrown around the internet, especially again on TikTok. High ticket sales, affiliate marketing, without a niche, just promote anything, any product. Okay. Affiliate marketing is a good way to make money. I think the execution that a lot of people do when they first start is terrible. They take a product and they go, oh, people will buy this. The way affiliate marketing works the best for people is when they have a targeted audience to target that product to. So I don't necessarily think that affiliate marketing is a bad idea. I just think that you really need to have an audience within a niche to sell a suitable product that will actually genuinely help them too. So a lot of people will just start affiliate marketing programs because they see how much upside potential there is and try and build an audience to sell that product to. And very rarely does that actually work, especially if you're new to the online space and you're new to making money online. You've got to learn how to build these audiences first before you try and sell anything to them, because building an audience isn't easy. And these affiliate marketing programs rely on you having an audience that is aligned with the product. And if you don't have that, you won't make any money. You will just waste a whole bunch of time and effort. And probably the worst piece of advice I've seen thrown around the internet on how to make money online for newbies is just to copy and paste this exact method to make money. I actually hate this advice genuinely, because it's just wrong on so many levels. Firstly, if you just copy and paste someone's exact method, the internet is ever evolving and changing. I mentioned that it's ever evolving and changing. And then all of a sudden the advice that you got given doesn't work anymore. And then you layer on the top the fact that you didn't actually learn how to do it. You just copied someone else. If it doesn't work, you don't know how to fix it when it doesn't work. This is the problem with the online space and people moving into this. They're looking for frameworks that they can just copy instead of learning foundationally how to do things. And that is causing a lot of people to lose money and lose faith in the online income space and making money online. When really, if you learn the foundations of how to do things, it can be a very good way to support your family or yourself for the long term. You only have to look at us. We've been solely deriving our income from online sources for 8 years now. It's afforded us the ability to travel currently sitting in the Philippines here in Manila with this view. That is because we make money online. I hate, actually, like I said, I actually really hate this piece of advice. Don't just copy and paste someone else. Try and get to the understanding of the foundations of how things work so that if it doesn't work for you, you're not left holding something that just doesn't work and then you're back to square one. At least you can try and fix it. You can attempt to fix it based on your knowledge. Okay, so I've thrown a lot of negatives at you guys. Don't do this, don't do that. But now I want to share some tips with you on how you can actually find and walk through this minefield of bad advice to make sure that you find an online income stream that could be a good fit for you and your specific circumstances. And like I said, if you haven't yet, subscribe, because there's a lot of videos coming up where I walk through some of these strategies and I give you my opinion on them and I give you who it would be a good fit for. The first bit of advice I can give anyone is to research thoroughly. Do not take what anyone says, including myself, on face value. Don't take these TikTokers because they've got 200,000 followers and assume that they make their money from what they're trying to sell you. A lot of the time, these people make their money from selling the courses, not the actual thing that say they do in the course. This is very common knowledge in the online space, but if you're new to the online space, you may not know that. So go and look for like reviews, testimonials, case studies from real users and make sure that what they're actually saying is legitimate, and you'll be genuinely surprised. You might go on to Trustpilot and see these people have a whole bunch of people that said they've been scammed by this person. And you could save yourself a whole bunch of time and money because you can go, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. My next bit of advice, if you want to move into the online space, if you are a beginner, is just to start small. Start with like low cost or free resources. Learn the foundations of all the different ways you can make money online. Try and get a view of the digital landscape and try and work out all the different ways you can make money online, and then decide on the one that maybe fits you and your lifestyle the best. There's so many ways to make money online, like literally hundreds and hundreds of different ways to make money online. Don't just have to do dropshipping. You don't just have to do high ticket affiliate sales. You don't just have to do MLMs. You don't just have to do virtual assistant work. There are so many different ways to make money online, and it's the way you can work out what's a really good fit for you that will align with your values and how you want to and how you work, is to just find just to get a good understanding of the landscape. And there's so many resources on the internet to be able to do that. YouTube, you could do a $20 course on something that sounds of interesting to you. I have to do some research, but just get an idea of the space and then just dip your toe in that specific niche. And then if you find that it's got potential or it fits what you want to do, then go and invest in it. That's all you have to do. Don't just go, I want to make money online. This guy's got a really good sales pitch. I'm going to pay the $1,000 to him. Take that $1,000, spread it thin, and work out what you really want to do on the internet, because you got to remember, this is probably something you're going to be doing for a long time. So you want to make sure you do something that aligns with your values and you enjoy it. And I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. Avoid get rich quick schemes. If someone is telling you that you can make money quickly, generally they are lying. And I know that's a big statement because obviously there is things out there, but it's almost better to just avoid all get rich quick schemes, because it's inevitable you will lose money or you will not get the outcome that person did. I think anyone that's trying to sell how to get rich quick is basically taking advantage of the desperation of people out there. You will never hear me say, oh, if you do this, you're gonna make $1 million in a month. All of the ways that I suggest to make money are slow, arduous, and they require effort and energy, because generally the harder something is, the more sustainable it is, because less people are there just flying by night ruining it. So I would avoid get rich quick schemes, especially ones that have a high initial investment. If someone's trying to get 10 grand out of you or $1,000 or $2,000 out you, I would just avoid those. There's so many ways to make money online that you don't need to get caught up in something that may or may not work. The next tip I have is you want to diversify your income streams. I don't believe in putting all your eggs in one basket when it comes to the online, making money online income. I don't believe that, because it's really quite risky. The internet changes so much and it's moving around, and there's so many different things happening in the space that you just don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. So the whole reason I tell people to learn a whole bunch of stuff about making money and all the different ways to do it is because you might find 5 or 6 different income streams that make up your previous 9-to-5 income, that if one falls off, you're not just left holding the bag without being able to pay the bills. You'll have some money coming in. So I always say to diversify your income streams online, because you just don't know what's around the corner when it comes to the internet, because it's evolving so quickly. And the last tip I've got to share with you guys is you want to verify the credibility of the person giving the information. I see this a lot. There's people use the fact that this person has 100,000 followers on TikTok as the reason that they bought a course. Now, does that mean that they actually know what they're talking about? I can't speak to that. Or they see someone that has a really fancy website or has a really good video and they go, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. Do some research on the person that you are getting advice from. That's all I can say is there's so many people out there that know just a little bit more than you, but are really good at marketing themselves that are basically just taking people's money, because you really want to get advice from someone that's been there and done that consistently for a very long time. Because yes, I understand there's people in the market that just come up with something and it works really well. They're the exception, not the rule. Most of us who derive income online have been in the trenches and have just become hardened veterans of the space and are just deriving income from online sources. But do your diligence. You can go and check their history. You can go and check if anyone's spoken about. One really good place to do that is on Reddit. So you might type in the person's name and go to Reddit and see if anyone's talking about that person. But do your diligence on the person and don't just take them on face value. Like, they may look like they have a lot of money. They may have a Lamborghini in their video. Is that Lamborghini rented? Are they just renting a place in Dubai so that they can get more clout to be able to sell you a product? You need to really do your diligence, because it's a really easy way to lose money and or lose time and effort.